Fire season is well underway, and tonight we are tracking multiple fires sending up smoke all across the region. Stacy.
And after a beautiful Monday to start our work week, get ready for more heat and more wind. I'll tell you all about it in my first alert weather forecast.
And new at primetime, an alleged robbery scheme that police say involved a Mabton City employee and her boyfriend. It's a story you'll only see right here on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, primetime on your side.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us after the game. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. And the White Swan community in Yakima County has been through a grueling 72 hours, 16 homes destroyed and thousands of acres scorched.
But progress is being made to put out what firefighters are calling the Slide Ranch fire. So tonight, here's the latest.
My parents own Cliff Septic and Burt's Excavating, and they called us to bring some toilets out late last night. We didn't get home till about 11 to bring them out for all of them. We put them out at the middle school in Zilla and here.
The fire was first reported Saturday morning. By 7:30 p.m. Saturday, Level 3 Go Now evacuations were issued for parts of the White Swan community.
But the wind and how hot it's been lately hasn't helped anything.
By Sunday morning, dozens of homes and businesses were destroyed. Multiple power poles burned, which cut power to many areas. By Sunday evening, this shelter was set up for residents who either lost everything or are in need. The American Red Cross says they'll be at Hara Elementary School until homeowners and renters alike need them.
We know that over the weekend that there was a lot of loss.
On Monday morning, I met volunteers from Rod's House. It's a local nonprofit who's also doing what they can to help.
We are a local nonprofit that works here in the Yakima Valley. We serve youth and young adults ages 13 to 24. A lot of them are homeless and struggling. It's not our first priority, the fire and things, but when we see an emergent need with our community, we definitely want to jump in and bring whatever resources we can to help the community.
Firefighters say at least 16 homes have been totally destroyed, a little over 3,000 acres scorched. The containment as of Monday night, 20%. We did learn that the state of Washington's request for a federal fire management assistance grant was approved by FEMA Monday morning. The authorization makes FEMA funding available to pay 75% of the state's eligible firefighting costs. The grants do not provide assistance to individual home or business owners.
They're trying to decide, right? Do we go home because we don't have power and they still want to be in the comfort of their own home, right? But can they manage without?
Fire crews spent most of Sunday and Monday building a containment line around the fire to stop it from spreading. State and federal resources are also now staged at a fire camp in Zilla.
At our Rod's House website, there's links there for donating meals to volunteering. So just go to that website. It will tell you everything you need to know.
It was already coming towards us in the wind, and it was not stopping whatsoever.
As far as the evacuation level, it is now at level 1. Still no word on how the blaze started. Do stay with us on air and online for updates.
Well, in Pasco today, crews were called out this morning to a fire that ripped through a pallet company. Take a look at this. The owner told us he first noticed the fire in a junk pile around 8:30 this morning. He estimates between 60 and 70,000 pallets were destroyed. The hot, dry, breezy conditions didn't make firefighters' jobs today any easier. But the owner says another factor may have played a role in how big this fire grew. We're going to hear from him and from firefighters coming up in the next half hour.
All right.
And it seems like we're seeing some of that air quality is not as bad as it was after the Lineage fire. Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness for that. Now, Stacey, are we going to see more winds, though, this week? Or
We're looking at more winds, but the good news tonight with all the fires that have been burning around the area, air quality is good. So we haven't had a big impact air quality wise, but yes, winds are on the way. Look at this gorgeous sunset though. Let's take a second. This is our Legends Casino Sky Cam, someone on their sunset cruise tonight. 81 degrees, beautiful evening. Winds are a little bit breezy, 8 miles per hour, and our sunset tonight 8:52, so you're looking at it there live on the camera. Wind speeds elsewhere around the area. There's some breezy winds right now in the Kittitas Valley. That's where we're going to start to really see those winds picking up Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday. Things should start to calm down by Friday, but heightened fire elevations for sure this week. 58 degrees tonight for our low. Very beautiful evening out there. Tomorrow, look at that daytime high near 100 degrees. So get ready. It's a good 10 to 15 degrees above average. So mild evening so far. We're 10 to 15 above our norm tomorrow. Chance of thunderstorms Wednesday and also the wind. So we'll have heightened fire elevations coming up this week, and then we'll start to cool back down. Winds will calm back down towards the end of the week. All those details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, earlier today, we broke the story of a Mabton deputy city clerk who's been arrested on suspicion of first-degree theft after police say she stole $22,000 from the city in what they're calling a fake robbery scheme.
Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell reviewed the court documents this morning, but she hit a roadblock when it comes to getting information from the city. Take a look.
The mayor initially answered my call, but when I explained I was calling about the arrest of a city employee, she hung up the phone. I immediately called back, but it rang until I got her voicemail. So I showed up to City Hall to be told she wasn't there and left a message with the front desk for her to call me back. Then a third call this afternoon went straight to voicemail. According to court documents, 26-year-old Juliana Morales told authorities she left City Hall to go to the bank last Monday, deposit bag in hand, and was getting into her car in the parking lot near City Hall when a masked man approached and told her to give him everything. She told police he grabbed the deposit bag and her wallet and took off down a nearby alleyway into a local park. A coworker told police she got a call from Morales to come outside saying, quote, they took everything. But when she got outside, the coworker told police Morales still had her phone, keys, and a credit card in hand and refused multiple times to call police. According to court documents, it took Morales a half hour to call 911, and when an officer asked why, she said she was too shook up to call. However, the coworker told police in court documents the whole situation was suspicious. Through talking to a witness and going through surveillance video, police determined the suspected robber was picked up by someone driving a blue 2005 Honda Accord, registered to the mother of Morales' boyfriend, and police determined that there was enough evidence to arrest Morales on suspicion of first-degree theft. She was arrested Friday and appeared in court Monday.
Although we think what she did, what's alleged as dishonest and concerning, we wouldn't object to her release on level C at this point.
Yakima County Superior Court Judge Sonia Rodriguez-True released Morales pending future court hearings, ordering her not to leave the state, commit any crimes, or have any contact with the city of Mabton. Without the city's input, we don't know if they have a plan for dealing with the missing $22,000 in cash and checks. We also don't know if Morales has been placed on leave. But according to court documents, Morales has been late or missing work consistently for months, and, quote, all of the city employees who work in the city hall believed from the beginning that Juliana was in on it due to Juliana's recent behaviors. I reached out to the Mabton police chief, who says he won't be releasing additional information at this time because the investigation into the other parties involved is still ongoing. I also reached out to city council and have set up a meeting with them. The next council meeting is set for Tuesday night at 6:30. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Emily, thank you for that. The city of Yakima says it has narrowed down the search for a new city manager to 3 finalists. Vicki Baker, who is the deputy director of the Yakima Valley Conference of Governments, Mike Gonzalez, who recently announced plans to step down as the Franklin County administrator, and Richard Marsh Jr., who is the town manager for Welton, Arizona. All 3 candidates are scheduled to take part in a meet and greet at the Yakima Convention Center next Monday evening, and then an interview session with City Council on Tuesday.
Well, temperatures are going up, and so is the fire danger. Stacey Lee is talking about what to expect as we get into the work week.
And those dry conditions now prompting changes for irrigation in the Tri-Cities when some residents will be facing mandatory watering schedules. That's next in Prime Time.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Show off your man skills and have some fun for a great cause. The Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam comes to Richland. Get ready for the biggest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the Tri-Cities. Register today. $140 team registration available now through June 24th. Don't miss your chance to win $1,000 in the Custom Restoration Cool Cash Shootout. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza. Register now at c3slam.com. Final weeks to register your team at $140 ends midnight Saturday, June 24th. Brought to you by the City of Richland and Tri-Cities Sunrise Rotary.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
People don't really realize how much of an impact the feet have on the rest of the body. A lot of times people with knee pain, there's really nothing going on with their knee. The issue is actually stemming from the foot. So now we're predisposed to hip pain, low back pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that when the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy, you're gonna feel better, and you're not gonna have to spend so much time worrying and thinking about your pain.
See what we can do for you with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Hi, I'm Catherine Fortner. We just finished building this dream deck for one of our best customers, and we get everything we need from Par. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
Par, go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
A 26-mile-long wind farm in our backyard. Benton County's planning manager talks to us about the Horse Heaven Hills project.
Benton County is mandated by the state to protect and conserve agricultural land.
The fight over Horse Heaven Hills. Apple Valley News Now, Wednesday after the NBA draft.
There's no doubt about it. Summertime is full of activity. Nice weather brings not only a lot of opportunity for outdoor fun, but an increased risk of injury from accidents. So be careful and watch out for the other guy.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back to this special primetime edition of Apple Valley News Now. We have a follow-up for you. The Kennewick Irrigation District will be switching over to a mandatory watering schedule starting July 7th. That is less than 2 weeks from now. KID says drought conditions are getting worse, forcing them to go from a voluntary schedule to a mandatory schedule. You will be allowed to water for 20 minutes per zone on different days based on where you live. You can find more information about the schedule, which again becomes mandatory on July 7th. Just go to our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. No problems with drought in the Midwest. They are actually seeing extreme flooding after getting weeks worth of rain in a matter of hours.
Yeah, that's close to collapsing one dam in Minnesota as tens of millions of people are also facing extreme heat. Sherelle Hubbard reports.
Heat advisories have affected parts of northern Iowa, southern South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, and northern Missouri and Kansas. As if that weren't enough, some of the same areas battling extreme heat are also dealing with extreme flooding. Heavy rainfall led to catastrophic flooding in Minnesota, which left part of the St. Louis River and Jay Cook State Park swamped. Heavy rainfall also moved across parts of the northern plains and upper Midwest over the past few days, where cities like Sioux Falls, South Dakota, saw more than double the rainfall for an average June over 3 days. A person had to be rescued from a pickup truck along a flooded roadway in rural Turner County, South Dakota, Saturday. In Iowa, Governor Kim Reynolds asked President Biden for an expedited major disaster declaration after, quote, catastrophic flooding forced some communities to evacuate.
We're asking for additional federal assistance for 9 counties, as well as 22 counties for public assistance through that disaster declaration.
Iowa first responders worked to rescue those caught in the flood. Emergency alerts went out over the weekend, warning people that they needed to get out.
The river rose to historic levels that we've never seen here before, and it's hard to deal with that much water. It's a monumental undertaking.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
A new research making headlines tonight. A study by the University of Tasmania used data from NASA satellites to show that fires are happening more often and they are more intense than they were 2 decades ago. Researchers say in the western United States and Canada, extreme fire events increased 11-fold, from 6 of those fires in 2003 to 67 in 2023. And of course, even when those fires are burning thousands of miles away, as we know, they can send smoke here to our area.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll stay on that topic of high fire danger. We have a high impact fire day tomorrow for the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Once again, extremely hot day tomorrow, dry fuels all around. The risk for a large fire of 100 acres or more is possible. And again, that's going to intensify on Wednesday, Thursday, as our winds are going to be kicking up. Now, Wednesday, we have a First Alert High Impact Fire Day due to warm conditions, plus a chance of some lightning in the Blue Mountains. So it's a good time to think about doing some of these things around your home. Remove that dead vegetation, the flammable materials, trim trees, clean gutters, keep lawn hydrated, and be fire wise. Don't be the spark. All right, let's talk about temps and look outside right now. 76 degrees on our Dust Devil Sky Cam. The boys are out on the road right now. Humidity has increased a little bit tonight, 35%. That will decrease in the next couple of days. Winds are light at 6 miles per hour. Let's talk more about temperatures around the region. Look at that. We're already down to 58 in Cle Elum, still in the 70s here in the Yakima Valley, 70s all through the Columbia Basin, lower 70s for the foothills of the Blues. Let's take a peek at our temperatures overnight tonight. Again, clear, mild, nice night outside. Good sleeping temperatures. If you like to keep your window open, tonight would be a good one to do that. Temperatures all through the area in the 50s, 57 Tri-Cities, 54 in Yakima, 54 in Walla Walla. Tomorrow, we're going to be 10 to 15 degrees above our average for this time of year, with temperatures soaring into the 90s, and we could get a little hotter than 96 in the Tri-Cities, but that's what our map is saying right now. 95 Walla Walla, 92 for Yakima and Toppenish, 89 degrees tomorrow in Ellensburg. Planning your day tomorrow, let's take a look at our temperature trends so you can kind of see those cooler temps in the morning. Good idea to get out and do that outdoor activities early in the day and then try to stay inside later in the afternoon. Here's what it looks like in Yakima. Down in the 50s, a little on the cool side there in those early morning hours, but quickly getting into the 80s before noon. Here's what Hermiston looks like. They'll be hitting the 80-degree mark before noon as well. 90s by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Walla Walla, nice warm day. A little bit warmer there in the morning hours, up into the 90s by 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Planning your day out, this is what it looks like out the door at 8 a.m. Already close to 70 degrees, mid 80s by middle of the day, and then those mid upper 90s by the early afternoon, and continuing into the evening, kind of like today. Let's take a look at our 7-day planner. There's those warm temps. We cool off a few degrees as we see these breezy winds, and that's when we have that opportunity for a chance of some thunderstorms through the area. Pretty low risk, but it is there. And then we'll continue to see breezy winds on Thursday. Things will calm down wind-wise heading into the weekend, and you'll see those temperatures pretty consistent to right around normal, just slightly above, especially in the Tri-Cities. Now, Walla Walla and Hermiston, as looking at those hot conditions tomorrow, those gusty to breezy winds, the opportunity for maybe a couple of thunder and lightning storms coming through the area. By Friday, we drop back into the 80s, close to the 90s on Saturday, and then Sunday, another opportunity for some possible rain or thunder showers. So active weather continues. We're going to be in high alert fire watch for the next couple of days. As long as we see those breezy winds, things should start to improve though on Thursday. Austin?
All right, Stacey, thanks for keeping us safe. There were all kinds of engines revving in Richland this weekend for the Cool Desert Nights event, including one type of vehicle not often seen at a car show. We're going to explain what a speedboat was doing in the desert. That's next.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger? Guac?
Teriyaki sauce, burger, pineapple, cheese, burger, pineapple, cheese, teriyaki.
Brace yourself, the new teriyaki burger, only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger! Good burger.
If you're injured on the job, you need an experienced workers' comp attorney.
Workers' compensation is complex. It has its own laws, doctors, courts, and judges.
For years as an assistant attorney general, I represented labor and industries. Now, I fight for injured workers.
If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
It's 1,000 miles from here, but our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
Meet Ann Carlson.
Nice to meet you.
And an Apple Valley News Now viewer in Hermiston.
Apple Valley News Now has been able to cover some of the Hermiston events and the weather.
And a Stacey Lee fan.
I've enjoyed the weather reporting by Stacey. Stacey is professional, and I like that. It's not a lot of fun and games and silliness. And it's just good weather reporting, and I really appreciate your on-air personality.
First Alert Weather with Stacey Lee.
It's probably the only station that we watch.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side.
No matter what roads lead you home, McCurley Mazda is about to make your journey even better. Whether it's cruising riverside highways, winding vineyard trails, or anywhere else your travels take you, now is the perfect time to upgrade your way home. Visit McCurley and the Pasco Autoplex today for this special offer.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Mazda CX-5 with 0% financing up to 60 months from McCurley Mazda.
Is that Carl's Jr.'s 2 for $6 double take deal? I get 2 charcoal, cheesy, juicy, crunchy, melty, spicy choices for $6? I need to do a double take. 2 irresistible items, $6. Only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger!
Good burger.
Welcome back. Cool Desert Nights cruised through Richland this weekend, garnering thousands of attendees, all eager to see the car show back in the city. But there was one unusual sight this weekend. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald talked to a local man who's trying to get more people interested in a type of speedboat racing.
A lot of people come up and they ask me, it's like, you know, didn't these things used to race out of Horn Rapids? And I said, yeah, that was 25 years ago. And so we're kind of trying to revamp that. We're trying to get just exposure for the sport. You know, this is why I'm the only boat at a car show. Favorite reactions when I started, and you get everybody to jump, even though I try to tell people it's starting because it's got no mufflers. It's very loud, and it revs like super quick. This thing does 0 to 80 in under 3 seconds on the water, and at 80 miles an hour I can turn a 90-degree corner within 6 feet. So there's no room for error, so you have to know where you're going. Your navigator is basically, with hand directions, is showing you which way to go if you don't know, which, you know, she has saved my bacon before because I get out there and I get lost. I'm like, uh-oh, which way? And she all of a sudden her hands in my face. I'm like, perfect, thank you. Just saved me.
Now, if you missed Cool Desert Nights this year, you might have to look for a new location in 2025. The Richland Chamber of Commerce says they're planning construction that will impact the event. They're still working on a plan for that. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Now, still ahead tonight, we are still waiting for a significant Supreme Court ruling that will determine the future of emergency room care in America. We're talking about how abortion is expected to also play a role in the presidential election coming up.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System, where every door can lead to hope and healing, better health, positive outcomes, and a brighter future for your family. We believe in personalized care. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, step through our doors and experience the personalized, compassionate care that we're known for. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Let's get scratching. Let's get scratching.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Get ready for an unforgettable season with the Yakima Valley Pippins baseball team. We're celebrating our 10th season, and we want you to be a part of the excitement. Join us at the Yakima County Stadium for a fun, affordable, and professional baseball experience. From single game tickets to season ticket memberships, group events, and merchandise, we have options to fit everyone's needs. This season only, we're offering special deals to celebrate our 10th season. Don't miss out on Yakima Valley Pippins baseball.
Hi, I'm Catherine Forner, and we love our own backyard so much, we built all of this.
With hardwood decking and basalite pavers.
And we just finished this deck for one of our best customers.
With TimberTech decking and Fortress railing.
And we get everything we need from PAR. With Shauna's help.
Everything from design to delivery.
What would we do without you?
PAR, your total home building source since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Breaking news from Yakima tonight. Police are investigating a shooting that left a young man under 18 with life-threatening injuries. Yakima police say they got multiple calls about gunfire in the parking lot of a pizza place on South 24th Avenue and Nob Hill Boulevard just after 7 o'clock this evening. First responders found one person shot. They rushed him to Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Police say the young man was driving when he was hit by the gunfire and crashed into a second vehicle in the parking lot. Police say the suspected shooter is in custody tonight. They are still working to determine if there is any gang connection to this shooting. Now we are back on the temperature roller coaster, but those temperatures will be going higher than average this week.
Yeah, Stacy's talking about that in her first alert weather forecast. Plus, we are hearing from the owner of a pallet company in Pasco that went up in flames first thing this morning. And
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. Several fire agencies responded to a massive fire at a Pasco business this morning. The owner of that business says he doesn't think he'll be able to reopen.
And Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says the owner is blaming the city after fire crews arrived to find one major tool not working.
The fire broke out around 8:40 Monday morning at Tri-Cities Pallets in Pasco. Pasco Fire Chief Kevin Crowley says once fire crews realized what they were up against, a call for help stretched across the Tri-Cities region.
Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, of course, all the districts, Franklin County, Benton County, Hanford's out here. Just right now, what we're trying to do is contain it.
When fire crews get to a scene, they look for these fire hydrants for a supply of water to help put out the fire. But Tri-Cities pallet owner Evaristo Sanchez says the 3 closest to his property weren't working.
Oh, my pallet company is done, and they didn't burn. And I believe since they couldn't hook up into the fire hydrants, the city of Pasco is liable for this fire to be out of control. Because I just find out from the city crew that those fire hydrants are not working.
Sanchez says that he recently passed his fire inspection, so his hydrants not working was a surprise to him.
They come and do the inspection on my place for the fire purpose, and they just finished doing the fire inspection about a month ago, if I'm right. And I passed the fire inspection. So I assume that they came and checked the fire hydrants too, but apparently they didn't do that. Or if they knew they wasn't working, they didn't fix it.
Pasco City Councilman Leo Perales says he's looking into the situation.
Beyond the city is my understanding, and I haven't been briefed entirely on the fire today. I reached out to City Manager Lincoln, and I'm trying to get more information. But I mean, just like any roadway, utility work, once it's been dedicated back to the city, it's the city's. It's on the city to ensure that our roads and our fire hydrants are working properly.
Councilman Perales says when it comes to living in our region, where wildfires can spread quickly, community safety is top priority.
We want to ensure that we have the proper tools, and then also that our infrastructure is working. If we don't have the right infrastructure in place with the right tools, then we can't have our first responders do their job correctly.
Sanchez says he had about 60 to 70,000 pallets at his business and doesn't know how many made it through the fire. Fire officials say the cause of the fire is under investigation. Reporting in Pasco, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And fire officials also tell us because of all the piled up wood from the pallets, they're going to be monitoring that area for the next couple of days.
Well, emergency services were called out to Skipper's Seafood and Chowder in Kennewick earlier this morning for a grease fire. According to the Kennewick Fire Department, an employee was getting ready to open up the shop right around 10:45 when the vent hood suppression system above the deep fryer went off. This caused heavy smoke, but according to officials, the suppression system did its job. There was minimal damage. Nobody was hurt. KFD says it may take several days for Skipper's to open back up.
Well, it feels like they just got the Lineage warehouse fire under control, and now all of this happening.
Yeah, so fortunately, so far, Stacy, you've been telling us it doesn't seem to be impacting our air quality.
The air quality has been good. I want you to take a look. This is Yakima tonight, a beautiful sunset out looking down into the Yakima Valley from the Atanum Ridge. 76 degrees with pretty clear skies out there, looking good. Winds are light at 6, and air quality has been good even though we've had multiple fires around the area. Our sunset was at 8:52. Temperatures tonight dropping down into the 50s. Pretty mild, nice evening ahead. Winds are light this evening. That's good. That's going to be changing, and fire danger will continue to increase. Look at these daytime highs around the region. Some places as high as 98 degrees tomorrow, a good 10 to 15 degrees above our average. And then Wednesday, cue the winds. They're going to be back. We'll have those Wednesday and Thursday. So get ready for that mild evening. The hot temperatures tomorrow. We also have a slight chance, the potential of some thunderstorms moving through the area, along with breezy to gusty winds, elevating our fire danger on Wednesday. We'll have cooler temperatures, lighter winds by the end of the week. And I'll give you all those details and my first alert full weather forecast. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacy, and more local news now. Bail has been set at $150,000 for a 24-year-old Kennewick woman arrested in connection with a fatal crash outside of Sela. It happened Friday morning. According to court documents, Beth Stryver was northbound on State Route 821, attempting to make a left-hand turn into Sundown Ranch on Friday. Police say she struck a group of motorcyclists, killing 69-year-old Rodney Aarons and 75-year-old Randy Andy Agnew and injuring 2 others. Police believe Stryver was intoxicated and say she admitted to drinking alcohol before leaving the Tri-Cities.
I think that if you are released, you present an extraordinarily high danger to the community, given that you're going to become so intoxicated to the point where, of course, 2 people lost their lives.
Stryver is facing charges of vehicular homicide and vehicular assault. Her next court appearance is set for July the 9th.
Well, it has now been 2 years since the Supreme Court ruled that abortion restrictions should be left up to individual states with the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe v. Wade. Since then, a number of states have put extreme restrictions on abortion care. That includes Idaho, which made it a state law that doctors can only perform an abortion to prevent a woman from dying. Now, we're currently waiting on a Supreme Court for a decision about whether that state law can actually be enforced, since there is a national law saying that doctors are required to do whatever it takes to stabilize patients in the emergency room. The Justice Department argues that federal law should protect doctors who perform emergency abortions, even in Idaho. And those questions about what medical care can be provided, the added risk of lawsuits for doctors because of a different state law, are blamed for discouraging medical professionals from working in Idaho. Today, Washington Senator Maria Cantwell joined healthcare providers and other advocates in Seattle to speak about the issue.
Just because the state of Washington protects an abortion right, it doesn't mean that we're immune from the impacts of the Dobbs decision. We've decided here that abortion should be legal in our state, but leaving that up to states means that places like Idaho, hospitals, as we have heard, aren't allowed to give life-saving care to patients, and those who are experiencing complications, as we heard about, are then having to airlift here into Washington.
Now, one hospital in North Idaho shut down its labor and delivery unit last spring, saying they couldn't get the doctors they needed to staff it. Earlier this month, Senator Cantwell released a draft proposal called the Keep Obstetrics Local Act. It would increase Medicaid payments for childbirth services in rural areas and would allow the U.S. Public Health Service to step in and help as needed. And abortion is likely to remain front and center in D.C. this week. We've got the Supreme Court decision on Idaho still pending, and then the presidential debate coming up.
It is pretty early for a debate between President Biden and former President Trump, who is technically considered the presumptive Republican nominee. But Karen Kaifa reports the matchup will be critical for both campaigns.
Election Day is less than 5 months away, but this week could prove pivotal for both campaigns.
These 2 men will not debate again until September. And so you're going to leave that taste in the mouth of voters who watch for a really long time.
President Joe Biden is huddled with advisors at the Camp David retreat to prepare for Thursday's debate with former President Donald Trump in Atlanta and the multiple versions of Trump that may show up.
Should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history, or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
This week could also bring the Supreme Court ruling on Trump's claim of sweeping immunity against criminal prosecution for alleged crimes he committed during his presidency. In its final days of the term, the High Court has yet to issue a handful of major opinions, including their ruling on Idaho's abortion law, which the Biden administration argued conflicts with federal mandates requiring doctors to stabilize patients in an emergency. Abortion was front and center for the Biden administration Monday, the second anniversary of the Supreme Court ruling in Dobbs v. Jackson, which overturned Roe v. Wade and ended the constitutional right to an abortion.
This is a fight for freedom, the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body.
Both campaigns will seek to rally the support of women this fall, especially in suburban swing districts that could tip the balance in battleground states. At the White House, I'm Karen Kaifa.
By the way, we will have that debate for you live on Thursday evening this week. We're going to have a special edition of Apple Valley News Now at 4:30. Then debate coverage starts right at 5. We'll have more local news after it's wrapped up. Again, this is this Thursday evening.
The TSA says a record number of travelers went through airport security on Sunday, but they're expecting that is just the beginning. 4th of July travel, holiday weekend travel starts on Friday. TSA is predicting they'll see more than 3 million travelers within that first 24 hours. So far, 7 of the 10 busiest days in TSA's history have all happened this year. We're not even 7 months into the year.
No,
yet.
and as you know, we go and cover the Tri-Cities Airport, and they're saying they're expecting a record year as well. So
get there early.
Get there early, yeah, there you go. With all that travel, we are also seeing a trend of Americans spending less overall. So we're going to break down those numbers and what it could mean for future prices. That's next.
And Stacey's back with a look at some more hot weather headed our way. It won't last too long, though. That's coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Jessica Julol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens,
they're lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry, you've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
HelloFresh has made my life so much easier.
They always send me something different that I never would have made.
They just have the most amazing recipes delivered right to your door.
Go to HelloFresh.com/appetizers and use code appetizers to claim this offer.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
Legends Casino Hotel is bearing it all. No, not that kind of bear. The winning gone wild kind every Thursday with over $77,000 in Forest Frenzy cash given away in June. Plus a badass 2024 Ford Bronco 4x4 on June 27th. Just use your Legends Rewards card to pile up entries for your share of $77 grand or even a brand new Bronco. Remember, it's not bears gone wild, but winning gone wild at Legends Casino Hotel all summer long.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
Oh no, you hate coming home to a dark house. You need the Bell & Howell Bionic Spotlight. The instant the motion sensor detects movement, Bionic Spotlight triggers 8 high-intensity LED lights that shower the entire area with light and then shuts off 30 seconds after it stops. Get the motion-activated Bionic Spotlight for just $19.95 with free shipping. If you order right now, you can double the offer and just pay a separate fee. 2 Bionic Spotlights backed by our 5-year warranty for one low-value price. And the shipping is free. Here's how to order.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Hey, after months of spending continuing to rise despite higher interest rates, we are now finally starting to see signs that the economy is cooling off.
Yeah, Jen Sullivan reports as prices for things like fuel and housing stay high, more and more people seem to be cutting back.
While summer temperatures are going up, consumer spending could be cooling off. A recent survey by KPMG asked about 1,100 American adults about their spending habits. The majority said they plan to spend less this summer on things like restaurants, travel, entertainment, and personal care products. A vast difference from last year when Americans were splurging on vacations and high-priced concerts. So why is that?
The best explanation, I think, is inflation.
Many indicators that gauge the economy's health show it's improving. Unemployment is down and inflation is slowing. But John Rosen, an adjunct professor of economics at the University of New Haven, says it's still higher than people are used to, and that may cause consumers to tighten their wallets.
That means that in your everyday life, You notice this.
The latest figures from the Bureau of Labor Statistics show food prices and housing costs rose last month, and that could affect how Americans are spending their money.
There's a lot of psychological research as opposed to economic research that things like mortgage or rent, utilities, gasoline, things like that are basically necessities. People don't enjoy that spending. They think of it very much like a tax.
Rosen says when the price of those necessities increases, consumers cut back on other spending. The good news is economists say slowing consumer spending could help cool the economy and help the Federal Reserve cut interest rates. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Now, you may have seen the graphic there showing that gas prices were going down. Technically, that's true. The average price per gallon in Washington is still well over $4, but it is down about 25 cents from a month ago.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're going to start out tonight with our sky cam. It looks like a postcard outside right now. Look at that lovely sunset in Richland tonight. Columbia Point cam there, Legends Casino. 76 degrees, winds at 6 miles per hour. Humidity doing okay, 35%. That's going to decrease over the next couple of days. Our winds are light at 6 miles per hour, but I'm enjoying the view tonight. Temperatures elsewhere around the area, we're down to 58 in Cle Elum, still in the 70s in the Yakima Valley and the Columbia Basin, the lower 70s here in Walla Walla, Hermiston, and Pendleton. Let's talk about temperatures overnight tonight. It's going to be very pleasant, clear, and mild. Most of your temperatures in the 50s, 57 for the overnight low in Tri-Cities, the warmest spot in our region. 51 in Ellensburg and Toppenish, 54 for Yakima and Walla Walla. Speaking of temperatures, let's talk about tomorrow. It's going to be a hot one again. Be prepared, stay hydrated, get your stuff done early outside because, yeah, it gets pretty scorching in the afternoon. We're a good 10 to 15 degrees above the average from where we typically are this time of year. Let's plan your day out with our temperature trend map. Check it out. It's going to be a hot one as we'll see those temperatures climb quickly into the upper 70s, the low 80s before noon, and then hitting 90 degrees by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it'll stay in the 90s into most of the evening until about probably 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So several hours in the 90s tomorrow for most of our area. That's what it looks like in Yakima for tomorrow. Taking a peek at Hermiston, it's going to be another scorching day there. A little bit warmer morning to start with and a little bit cooler in Walla Walla in those early morning hours, but once again hitting those 90s by 2 o'clock in the day. Let's talk First Alert High Impact Fire Day. We've got one of those tomorrow for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. Be prepared. It's going to be hot. Fuels are dry. Risk for large fires over 100 acres are possible, so we want to be very fire-wise in the area. Then we switch over to Wednesday, and we have an alert for the Blue Mountains. Once again, very warm temperatures, a little bit cooler than your Tuesday, but you still have lots of dry fuels, and we have a chance of some thunderstorms coming through our region, so that will elevate our fire danger. On top of that, we'll look for strong to breezy to gusty winds in the afternoon. So good idea to keep some of these ideas in mind. If you haven't done so, try to make your home with a perimeter around it. Get rid of all that flammable material. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. There's those breezy winds, chance of showers on Wednesday. Very low chance, but a slight chance coming through with possible thunder and lightning associated with this system moving through the area. It's going to be brief and rapid, so not expecting a lot of showers, if any at all. We'll probably get rain shadowed from that. Those breezy winds, though, will make any fire starts rapidly spread through the area. Here's what it looks like in Walla Walla. And again, a majority of those thunderstorms are probably more possible towards the northern Blue Mountains in Washington state. So just be prepared and ready for that. I know a lot of people are up camping or up at their cabins this time of year, so be fire-wise there as well. There's those breezy winds, and once again, that slight chance of rain. We'll cool off heading into the weekend, but overall, a hot day, we cool back down, we continue the temperature roller coaster right into this first week of summer. Austin, Alyssa.
All right, Stacey, thank you. We were just talking about more people cutting back on shopping. Well, there may be another financial pressure coming into play, a legal challenge against President Biden's plan to reduce student loan payments. It's gaining ground, and we're talking about that next.
Are you a proud plant parent?
At Numerica, you'll find money answers just for you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground. Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We are Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for street ballers. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Benton County's opinion on the proposed Horse Heaven Hills Wind project Wednesday after the NBA draft.
Well, tonight it is a setback for President Biden's plan to reduce student loan debt. Two federal judges, one in Kansas, one in Missouri, have blocked new sections of the plan that were supposed to go into effect on July 1st. So forgiving student loan debt, of course, was a major piece of President Biden's presidential campaign. This has been plagued with legal issues, though. In the latest ruling, a federal judge in Missouri says the Department of Education can't simply wipe out student loan balances going forward. A judge in Kansas blocked a plan to reduce loan payments for people who have larger balances. And both judges said the Department of Education's plan goes beyond the authority granted by Congress.
It has been almost a week since car dealerships across the U.S. and Canada were first hit with a major cyber attack. That's still causing problems today. So here's what happened. A company called CDK Global, which provides software to around 15,000 dealerships, was hit by back-to-back cyber attacks last week. The hack is not just disrupting car maintenance and repairs, it has left thousands of dealers unable to process appointments or even complete sales transactions. If you are looking to buy a car, you may also be facing delays.
Hopefully they get that worked out soon.
Right.
All right. We're going to take a final look at your forecast when we come right back.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Downtown Summer Nights 2024, presented by Yakima Federal Savings and Loans. Mark your calendar for the last 3 Thursdays of June, July, and August. Join us at our new location, 15 West Yakima Avenue. It's time to make this summer the best one yet. Live music, local artists, and delicious food await. Bring the whole family for a night of fun and festivities, and for our guests over 21, don't miss out on our exclusive beer garden. Enjoy the best cocktails, wine, beer, and cider the Valley has to offer. For more details, visit downtownyakima.com.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
Feel the freedom of the open road and the thrill of summer adventures. Experience the iconic Ford Bronco, where performance meets style, whether you're heading to the river or exploring the countryside. Stop by today and feel the power of Pingree.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Our state-of-the-art surgery center features Da Vinci and Mako robotics. We offer top-of-the-line imaging with the newest CT, MRI, and mammography scans. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, we're here to help guide you through each and every door along your healthcare journey. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Bleeding gums are a key indicator that you suffer from gum disease. They're also an early warning sign for over 20 serious medical disorders like diabetes.
If you already have diabetes, gum disease can make it more difficult to control by increasing blood sugar levels. A1C levels drop dramatically when treating gum disease and improving nutrition. Gum disease bacteria returns in only 21 to 60 days after a cleaning. This is why consistency is key. Do not put your healthcare at risk. Here at Avanta Dental, we have the knowledge and capabilities to effectively optimize your oral health.
Jessica Jalal and Jill Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Well, check this out. A man who went for a 3-hour hike in California spent 10 days lost in the wilderness before rescuers finally found him. The 34-year-old didn't tell anyone he was going out, and so he wasn't reported missing until 5 days into the ordeal. He told the New York Times he's an experienced hiker but lost track of where he was because wildfires had destroyed landmarks. He made sure to drink lots of water every day. And other than losing about 30 pounds, he made it out relatively okay.
That's good news. All I could think about was Gilligan's Island, a 3-hour tour. Remember what happened there?
There you go. Tell people where you're going.
That's right. And be prepared. Let's take a look at our weather photo. This shows you what we've been seeing, or what we were seeing over the weekend with that white swan fire. It was creating a beautiful sunset. Now, I know that's not a good reason, but in the past couple of years when we've had wildfires, you do get some pretty looking sunsets. So thanks for capturing that, Kathy. And remember, if you'd like to have your weather photo on the air, just click that QR code or take a picture with your phone, or go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on the weather tab. Let's take a look at your 7-day planning forecast in the Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities area. Again, breezy winds, heightened fire elevation, and those temperatures are quite hot tomorrow. Do things early before the big heat of the day.
Yeah, it's going to be a weekend part 2.
There you go, weekend part 2.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website. We're back at 11.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Good night.
Bye. Well, look at that.